Hi guys, how to make money as a solo player. As you can see here, I got enough, like Lucent 2.3K, and here I made a lot of sales, as you can see. I'm gonna explain to you how I make my sales, the best way to start making money. So I'm gonna collect this first of all, and you can click collect all over here, of course. When it says withdraw, you need to withdraw it because you didn't sell it. So if you didn't sell it, just withdraw, and then everything else is fine. Yep. So now you can resell it. So here, if you click over here, you have the lowest price and you have the lowest current price. But the thing is, even if it's the price is 10, you don't want to sell it at 10. And the reason I'll explain in a few seconds. So if you go over here, so what is it? Wand of the Skyward. All right, Wand of Skyward. All right. So we're talking about this one over here, right? So if I go back over here and I have debuff duration minus 1.5. Come over here. So debuff, where's debuff? This one. So it's 10. Oh my goodness. What the hell? Yeah, it is 1,000. There's 1,000 sell list. That's like 1,000 people who selling the same shit. What the fuck is this? So yeah, no, yeah, that's not gonna sell, guys. That's not gonna sell. I don't know why there's like 1,000. What the fuck? Barely nothing on the others. That is ridiculous. So anyway, so what I'm trying to say is the reason why I come over here, guys, is because sometimes somebody's gonna sell it for 10 Lucent, and everybody else gonna sell it like let's say at 200, 300, 500. Imagine somebody sell it at 200 over here, 300 over here, and then 350. But then the lowest one sells at 10 Lucent. Now, here's the big mistake a lot of people do, right? So if you do this, you look over here and you're like, oh, the lowest current price is 10 Lucent, so I'm going to sell it for 10 Lucent, right? You're going to do that. But then you notice if you take the time to go actually to double check, you will notice that somebody is selling it for 200 Lucent over here versus 10 Lucent over here because the last person did not know better how to sell. So that's the reason why I urge all of you to always double check what is the secondary price, the third price, etc., etc. Because when you come over here, it doesn't tell you what is the secondary price, the third sell. It doesn't tell you. It just tell you the lowest one among all the stacks. So that's the biggest mistake. But if you prefer to use this as a referral, then be my guest. All I can tell you is that if I know you're selling this for 10 Lucent and everybody else is selling it for like 200 or 300 or 500 Lucent, I will buy your gear. I will buy whatever you're selling, and I'm gonna resell it for 200. Are you guys understanding? So it's very, very important to not make that mistake that everybody is doing. All right, but in this situation, it is worth 10 Lucent, so there's a chance that everybody's selling it for 10 Lucent, but you'll never know unless you check, right? So anyway, I'm gonna sell for 10 Lucent, even if I know it's not gonna sell. There we go. And this one, Acolyte glove, so that's 10. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be 10, but I need to double check to be sure. Acolyte. Okay. Glove, that would be this one over here. Okay, what? Okay, it's all 10, so it doesn't matter. And over here, so it's all 10. So see, if it's all 10, it's fine. But if let's say the secondary ones is like 100 Lucent, this one is 150 Lucent, this one's 300 Lucent, you're not gonna sell it at 10. Like, don't do that mistake because you're just losing out on Lucent. But in this situation, it is 10 Lucent. Okay, so for that, I'll just sell it for 10 Lucent. Now I know it is some extra step to go through in order to sell, but that's how I make my money. 2.7k Lucent. And bear in mind, guys, I don't pay to win. I never bought any Lucent in the cash shop. I just do open world farming most of the time, and most of my Lucent comes from extraction and lithograph, and that's it. I don't even sell these mats. I don't even sell these. I don't sell any foods. I just sell extraction and lithograph, as you can see over here. They may sell or they may not sell. As you can see, this one over here, Heroic Broadsword of the Resistance. This one has been there for like quite a while, so I'm gonna double check what's going on. So I'm gonna click over here, Broadsword. So we got this one. So 900. So 988. How much am I selling? Somebody downbid me, son of a gun. Okay, so if I come back over here, how many is 98? So somebody downbid me. So because I noticed this, this is what I'm gonna do. You can do this, or you don't have to, but I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna cancel this, and I'm gonna sell it for 988. I could do 987, but I'm gonna do 988. There we go. So you want to double check your lithograph that is worth a lot, because if it doesn't sell in less than like, I don't know, 5 hours, or maybe more or less, then you want to double check what is going to happen. So you need to double check what is going on because it's just there for no reason otherwise. These two over here, I don't know if I want to, let me see, Boot of the Infernal. What was it again that I'm selling? Okay, the extraction. What extraction am I doing? Melee evasion. Melee evasion. So 178. How much myself? 200. So there we go. Somebody downbid me again. So I can take the, you know, if I want to, I can go down. I can cancel it and go down. I'll do it because I don't care. It's an extraction. Same thing with this guy, crossbow. So before I do that, so 178. Was it 178? 178. All right, good. So I'm gonna go here. 178. There you go. This one, crossbows of the resistance. Ah, shit. Of the crossbow of the resistance. What is the thing? It's max health. Crossbow of the resistance. Max health. 125. Yeah, it's very saturated as you can see. It's 125. Guys, you don't need to downbid. You don't need to downbid like this. Just put it the same price, 125. So here. There you go, 125. And you do that for pretty much any gear that is worth something. Feather Drake skin boots. 148. Oh my god, it went all the way down. So it's 148. People are like, yeah, this is like going super mega low. Yeah, 148. So I can do it. I can leave this there or I can go down. So I'll go down. I don't care because I need to sell it. I don't want to keep it here forever. So it's a decision to take. You don't have to do it, but I'll do it. So like I said, if you don't do that, then it may never sell or nobody's gonna buy it, etc, etc. So the one with the epic one, you want to double check every like few hours to see if somebody like, you know, like is down selling you, if you want to do that, right? Now the other thing is, in order to start selling in here, you need to be level 40. Once you reach level 40, you will be able to use the auction house, right? And the first thing that you can sell, well, the only thing you can sell when you're level 40. When you start, basically, it will be these mats over here. So you may go to certain dungeons and you will get these mats, right? It won't sell for a lot. I'll be very honest with you. I don't even sell them because it doesn't sell. The only one that sells is the precious rare rubric. The precious rubrics. The precious rubrics. If we go over here, see this guy over here. This one sells for. Oh, it doesn't sell for a lot. Holy shit! It's getting saturated. This one's selling for 46. I feel like buying it now. That's 59, that's 46. I want to buy it. I think I'll buy it because 46 is very low. There you go. So that's very low. Alright, so now you go back over here. So I can buy more if I want to, but it's getting so saturated. Look, it's getting so saturated that everybody is going lower and lower and lower and lower. Anyway, that's not the point. So yeah, so when you reach level 40, you want to sell these things if you want to, but the only one that sells, to be honest with you, is this guy over here. Everything else is not so much, right? So you may sell it for like few lucent. Me, I just keep it. I just keep it for my own gear. The other thing you can sell are the foods. So you can sell food, but foods it's not worth anything, guys. Like I tried to sell those and no, like it is saturated and you get like 1 lucent per sell, so it's not worth it. You can double check. So rare Castler salad. Rare. So see this one over here, the lowest one is. So this one is selling 5 of these for 2 lucent, for a total of 10 lucent. So 10 lucent for 5 of them, it means that it is worth 2 lucent. You understand? So that's why I don't want to sell this for 2 lucent. I keep it for myself, you know, if I need it in the future. And as that, you can sell it if you want to, but it's not worth anything. The real way to make lucent in here, guys, is to sell the extraction. Sell the extraction. So if you can get heavy attack, so let's say you get a gear. If you get a good trait, it may sell for more than it should be, right? So if the one that is people are looking for most of the time are critical hit chance, heavy attack chance, hit chance, melee evasion, and range evasion, technically. So those are the one that people are looking for most of the time, but there could be some exception. Like I did sell one trait, which was a debuff, was it above duration? I think it was a debuff duration, and I sold it for 768 lucent. That was for a blue gear. It was for a rare gear, and that was a trade extraction. I was like, what the hell? How come is it so expensive, right? 768 lucent for an extraction is a lot. So that's why you wanted that. So that's how I make my money, is to make, I just do open world farming, and I try to get those trade extraction from certain blue gear, which allows me to then make some lucent. And blue gear, you can get them pretty much anywhere, open world, dungeon, co-op dungeon, anywhere basically. Blue gear are like easier to get than epic gear, but you can also get epic gear. So if you get epic gear, then it's good. You can change it into a lithograph, and if you change them into a lithograph, then you can sell for more. However, bear in mind that trade extraction can be worth more than a lithograph, right? I've seen that in the past. I was like, there was a trade extraction that was worth like 40,000, right? 40,000 lucent, right? And there was a lithograph that was worth like fucking 10,000 lucent. I was like, how is it that a trade is more expensive than a lithograph? So you gotta always double check, guys, whenever you're selling something, right? You always want to double check two things. So if I say broadsword, all right, if I go to weapon, you always want to double check the lithograph. Wait, broadsword of the resistance. So for example, you always want to check these three over here, right? So you want to check how much does it sell as a whole items, which is RNG, by the way. This is like a world boss drop. You get that from world boss drop or from crafting. If you craft and you hit a critical success chance, you will be able to sell it. But in order to have a critical hit chance when you craft it, it's like it's kind of RNG. You cannot guarantee that, so you can waste all your mats crafting it for nothing, right? Well, I mean, you can craft it for yourself, you can craft it and then sell it as a trade extraction or as a lithograph, right? But in order to be able to sell it as a whole, then you need to crit when you craft it, and again, that's RNG, right? The other way is for world boss drop. So when you do world boss drop, you can have a chance to sell it as well. Okay, so it's RNG, by the way. There's no guarantee. The other thing is the trade extraction. Now over here, as you can see, right, I go back over here. When you look over here, it says 50 lucent. Don't look at that, all right? This is the lowest among all the trades. But if you click over here, as you can see, it can go up to 398. Why? Because the trade is different. This is heavy attack. Heavy attack is a trade that everybody is looking for. And 398 is kind of decent. I mean, it's better than nothing, but what you gonna do? You can either keep the sword or you can sell it, or you don't sell it. It's up to you. But for 398 is decent, but it's become, because too many people are selling it, it's become saturated, you know what I mean? So yeah, bear that in mind. That's why you always want to double check the price of all. So here, this one, the lithograph is worth 988. So if you think that 988 lucent is more than 360 something, then you may want to craft the lithograph. But don't forget that to build the lithograph is very expensive in materials. Let me double check. Let me show you. So if I come over here for the weapon blank, okay, so first of all, you need to craft this. In order to craft this, it's gonna take you 20 precious parchment, which is hard to get. So yeah, so you need this. You need 50 enchanted ink. That's a lot, guys. That is a lot. So if you're gonna waste 50 enchantment for 900 and something lucent, you need to ask yourself, is it worth it? 50 enchanted ink, that's a lot. Same thing with precious mana steel. Same thing with precious polished crystal. These one are easier to get apparently, but this one, precious rubrics, holy shit, this is hard to get. I think I got 6 since I've been playing launch. I got only 6 drop, guys. So that's like 2 weeks. I got 6 drop. So it is super mega hard to get. You understand? So otherwise you have to buy it in the auction house. That's the thing. A lot of people, they're buying it through the auction house, and then they sell the different, they sell, and then they make the blank lithograph, and then they, sell the lithograph itself, right? So if I click over here, so if I click this guy over here, if I click this and I click this, so basically people, they're gonna spend a lot of mats on here, they're gonna craft this, and it's gonna cost you 500,000 lucent, right? And now you want to say how much is it worth? So you're gonna go in the auction house. So you're gonna go to purchase great sword of the Banshee. There you go. So you want to check out the 3 of them over here. So the lithograph is worth 997. Holy shit, that is low. Yeah, the highest is 5,000, but I don't think he's gonna sell it. Because the thing is, like, people, they may not need it. Like, not everybody has LUCENT, guys, so the chances for you of selling the lithograph is lower than somebody who would buy the the trade. See, this is the trade extraction. Don't look at the 35. Go over here and double check what's the highest. So heavy attack chance is 370. Again, 370 is okay, but I mean, wow, that's a big wow. Otherwise, like I said, you can take a risk and do the lithograph, which is worth more. But again, that's a lot of freaking mats just for that. Otherwise, if you can get the whole item for selling, if you get a random drop from a world boss, then good for you. But most of the time, people who gets those are guild leaders, because guild leaders, you know, they're gonna have guild events or like world boss with guilds that's gonna help them to acquire the loot. But then the loot, usually it will go straight to the guild leader, because they have a setting where automatically and ultimately any epic drop goes directly to the guild leader. So that's why even if you're in a guild, even if you get the drop from a world boss, you still don't get the drop, because the guild leader gets the drop. That's the thing. So that's why I don't want to be part of a guild. I have my own guild, to be honest with you. So that's that, guys. That's how I make my money. I just sell the drops, so the blues, the extraction, and if I see the weapon or the gear is worth making a lithograph, and if I have the mats, I will do it as well. But most of my lucent comes from the extraction. So look carefully for the extraction and see if it's worth how much, and that's it, guys. That's how I make my money. As you can see over here, by doing what I just did, I sold the extraction and I sold my lithograph, so there you go. That took like not even like 10 minutes. Oh, I made a sell. There you go, at 3.6k. Nice, nice. There you go, guys. So that's how you make sell, guys. That's how you make sells. That's how you make sells, bro. That is fun. That is really fun. So I hope that this video helps you to understand better, and if it does, please like and sub. Thanks for watching. Cheers.